This is my video race report for the BikeneticX Cross 35 Plus B race on a chilly December afternoon in Haymarket, Virginia. I'm back in the front row this week for the start, although on today's course it didn't mean much. It was a long, straight, loose gravel and grass start that slowly fed into some swooping grass turns. I got a quick start and eased off a bit, sliding into fourth as we wind through a few grass turns. While the temperature was in the 20s when I took a practice lap, by this point in the afternoon the ground was just starting to warm and started to get a bit muddier and looser. I'm glad I switched over to more mud-capable tires before race time. Even though I had taken a practice lap, I was caught off guard by how soon we hit the barriers. But there was plenty of open space around the planks, so they were no real challenge. On this course of interesting features, the barriers just seemed like a necessary ho-hum addition. After that, we make our first pass through the landforms in the middle of the course. This up and down section had swooping turns, berms, and obstacles. Winding around this natural playground, we speed past the pirate ship and over the plank, a 1-foot ramp to hop off. I hate landing on the cross bike. It always worries me that I'm going to break something. Of course, by the 6th time over it, my mind had stopped functioning and I was starting to try to catch air. Next up, we roll past a row of flamingos and right onto the happy humps. While the humps were not too difficult, if you didn't pay close attention, as I made the mistake of doing one lap, it was easy to lose control momentarily. After that, the course gives us a bit of a respite. There are a few ridges to ride and a couple berms as we head out away from the center of the course. That leads to the long gravel straight along the back edge of the course. This section turned out to be a full sprint most laps, and from there we dive into a few wide and easy grass turns and then take the straightaway back to the finish line. Even though we've crossed the finish line now, we still haven't seen the full lap. Right after the finish, we hit the ridge, a 10-foot high loose dirt mountain beside the pirate ship. The first lap through was the one and only time that I made it to the top without slipping, and it just got messier as the race went on. Naturally, this was my favorite part of the course. The only part of the course I didn't like was the next turn. This week I learned that putting a course crossing in a turn is a terrible decision. As a racer, you can't see the other side, and I nearly clipped people a few times. We take a few more grass loops and wind up where the prologue joined the course for the first lap. At this point in the race, I was in 6th, but I moved to 5th on the second time up the ridge. Riding the gravel section on lap 3, though, I got passed twice to move down to 7th overall. Finally, on the 5th lap, I moved down to 8th, getting passed once again in the gravel section. For the entire last lap, I could see the 2 riders ahead of me, but couldn't quite reel them in. I finished the day 8th overall, and that's it for the 2016 cross season. See you next year.